Hey everyone, welcome to the CaptainDrone YouTube channel. My name is Steve, and this would be the FMS Fighting Falcon. This is a new plane on the market. It came out in the month of June. Since I live in Canada, it takes a long time to get one to me, so I finally have one. Here we are in the month of August. I don't know when you're watching this video, but I'm filming this in the month of August. So the cool thing about this plane is that FMS went for detail at a low price. And when I say detail, there's a lot of LED lights on it. You could probably see some of them glowing right now because I have it plugged in. Even the landing gear has suspension in the front, and it looks very authentic. No suspension in the rear, and it is not a retractable landing gear. You have to remove the landing gear if you want to fly it with no landing gear. That means you're going to hand toss it. So I'm going to leave it on for this flight today. Now, the really cool thing about this plane is it comes in two color schemes. So I have the Thunderbird scheme. You can see it looks like a Thunderbird that you would see at your normal air show. You can also get it in the battlefield gray color scheme. I'll put a picture up here what it looks like, and the battlefield gray comes with all the armament, you know, bombs, fuel tanks, everything else. So it looks pretty wild. They're both the same price, $199 US retail right now. You might get them cheaper, you know, getting close to Christmas. But for that price, whichever one you get, the one with all the armament or this one, you're getting a really good deal. These are the types of planes that fit in your car easy because they only have a 712 millimeter wingspan. Very, very short. And I think for length, it's just over 1,000 millimeters. For power, they run on a 4S LiPo battery. I have one hanging right here. It holds the nose down. I don't even have it secured. It does have a 40 amp ESC, and the KV of the motor is this, because I can't recall what the KV is. I will say it's powerful enough that it gives you a 1-to-1 power ratio at minimum. In other words, I can hold this like this and put it on full power, and it will just sit like that. It will not fall down. So it's pretty decent for a hand launcher. Anyways, I'm going to take it for a flight here and show you a lot of footage. Here we go. All right, some good news. Jedi Steve showed up and he has volunteered to fly this so I can hold this camera and actually film it. So Jedi Steve, can you show the viewers the surface areas? Ailerons. And where are the flaps?
Flaps? There is no flaps.
What? There's no flaps? It's an F-16.
Yeah, we're going old school. No flaps.
No flaps, yeah. If you know what you're doing, you can make flaps, but we're not doing it here. And then we have elevators in the back. There we go. Elevators. And of course we have the rudder right here. There we go. All right, Steve, one of the cool things about this plane is it does have reverse thrust, although I don't find it very effective because it is an F-16 and the way it sucks in the air, it just doesn't, it's not that effective. So Steve's going to show it moving forward. So forward thrust, a little bit, going forward. There you go. So now you can do that switch and go into reverse thrust.
Reverse.
Okay, it's not going to move at all. There we go. And stop. Stop, stop, stop. Oh, it does move. Okay.
Yeah. You almost need to give it like complete full power.
Yeah, the reason I was saying stop, stop, stop is because I was worried it was going to suck up a rock going in reverse because you have to crank the power.
You got to figure, yeah, it's going to suck it from the back if it sucks it, and it's higher in the back, so I'm not too worried. So for the flight, we have an Insta360 Go camera on top of the canopy, and over here, we also have my DJI FPV drone, which I'm going to use to chase Steve as he's flying. So I'm a little shaky until I get it going, especially since I took off right beside my head. Full power. There you go, it's down the runway. And straight up. So this is the maiden flight. There's no trimming done, nothing. So it's up to Jedi Steve to trim it if he just thinks he needs to. Oh, he says no trimming. He's gonna try to tackle us, hit us right on. Whoa. All right, so let's try that again. And I'm gonna zoom out next time because that's too fast. Okay, I've zoomed all the way out. Okay, so I'll zoom in and I'll zoom out as he comes. He goes by way too fast. There we go. That was only half throttle, you're saying? Yeah.
Oh, you didn't even put it up full throttle. Can you crank it to full?
Full throttle?
Yeah.
I'll give you full throttle.
Tell me when you're going full.
Full throttle.
Okay, here we go. Zooming out. I think I got it, but man, that's fast. Let's go try it again. And I'm gonna zoom out. I think I got him, yeah. That just goes right by. It's got a nice sound to it. All right, he's slowing down for a landing. There we go, there we go. Look at this man, he's a pro, he's a pro. I will say Jedi Steve lands better than I do. right, Steve, what do you think? How does it fly?
It flies nice.
Now, you've flown other FMS 64mm planes. Would you say it's about the same? Same power, same flight style?
I'd say about the same, yeah. I wish the gears would retract, but that's a 64 mil, so we can't expect that usually.
Not for $199
Exactly, exactly. Other than that, absolutely no surprises, fun to fly. And now I gotta come in, like quick.
Oh, he's out of power. All right, you're gonna see an almost out of power flight coming in. Emergency landing. Look at that. He's got it.
Emergency.
That was an emergency. So when you were on full throttle, it pretty much said goodbye.
Oh yeah, the energy dropped like to 25% or something. So thank God it didn't completely shut down, and a lot of speed. So we did all right.
We did all right. And you know what? I have the timer set at 4 minutes.
4 minutes. And we did talk a little bit there while filming, so I guess we went over just a bit.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
All right, so you're back to us. That was a really good flight. I want to show you now what you get in the box when you buy this, because the box is not very large, and how to assemble it. It's really easy to assemble, so check this out. Here we have the box. The F-16 comes in. You'll see it's not super large. Inside the box, everything is extremely well packaged. Items in the box include the user manual, the main wings, the wing spar, the wingtip missile railings, the vertical stabilizer, and the horizontal stabilizers, the belly fins, and of course the main fuselage where all the electronics have already been pre-installed. There's also the nose cone and the removable landing gear, and finally a few stickers. Next, I'll show you how easy it is to assemble the F-16. First, pass the wing spar through the main fuselage. Next, ensure the wires dangle out of the main wings. Insert the wing spar into one of the main wings, push the main wing closer to the main fuselage, and connect the wires. Then push the wing flush with the main fuselage, do the same with the other main wing. Now with the plane upside down, grab the bag of hardware and you'll find the screws that you'll use to secure the main wings to the main fuselage. In order to attach the horizontal stabilizers to the main fuselage, you will require some glue. The horizontal stabilizers are simply glued into position. Once glued, connect the wires. The vertical stabilizer is installed by first connecting the one wire, then adding some glue, and then pushing the vertical stabilizer solidly into position. To attach the forward landing gear, slide it into the designated hole. Next, you'll need the included grub screw. Insert it into the landing gear to lock the landing gear into position. Here I'm pointing at the grub screw and showing how it's locked into position. The remaining landing gear needs to be locked in place with the included screws and brackets. The belly fins simply slide into position. The nose cone connects to the fuselage. The missile railings lock onto the tips of the wings. And finally, when your F-16 is all assembled, it should look just like the beauty I'm holding in my hands. Oh, and if you're wondering why I have this stupid tree t-shirt on, it's because I'm known for flying RC planes and crashing into trees.
And
so I have the
stupid trees.
Yeah, so I have this to match. As Steve already mentioned, you flew it. Yep. It's pretty much the same as any other 64mm that you've flown from FMS, which means good.
Yep.
Yeah, because you're flying the F-18. You love that.
Yes, I love the F-18. Yeah.
And that's a 64 as well. I'm going to put links below. It comes in two versions, as I mentioned at the beginning. The price right now, as I see it, is $199 US, which I think is a perfect price for this. So wherever I find this on the web is where I'm going to put the links below. So go check it out and see if it's the plane for you. If you have any questions on this plane, post them below. Thanks again, Jedi, for helping me out today on this hot day.
My pleasure.
Yeah, I didn't hit any trees. All right, guys, get to the next one. Bye.